Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. We can say that today we begin this new cycle. So, I just have a few points to make. But, first of all, I want to leave a small message. School is over. Yes, we closed the school doors. Like this? So, let's go. What happens in a school? Apprenticeship, exercises, meetings, new friendships are created, groups are formed. But one day this all ends because there is an evolution. So, I want to tell you that the time for learning is over. So, we're back with old videos, yes. And I can guarantee that everything you heard fits perfectly with the current moment. The videos are timeless and always bring a new perspective to what has already been said. So, what have I been saying to you, a few times now? The time has come, that great moment, to separate the wheat from the chaff. Of separating those who are at school just to play, those who are at school to make a mess, those who are at school without any purpose, just passing the time. So, I'm sorry to say that school is over. Oh, and I want to leave you, at first, very comfortable looking for other schools and continuing your learning. There is no problem. And I want to make something very clear here, none of you, listen carefully, none of you are tied to me. None of you owe me obedience. None of you owe me allegiance. None of you owe me anything. Because I don't charge anyone anything. So, don't come with that story, oh, I'm not going to do it because Miguel will punish me, or I won't do it because what will Miguel think. So, I answer, I will do nothing and I will think nothing. I didn't put a ring in anyone's foot. I didn't tie anyone here. Everyone is free, as they always have been. So, if anyone doesn't agree, finds it boring to go back to the past or finds everything that will be presented this year boring, no problem. You can look elsewhere and everything will remain the same. There is no longer any place for us to stay here repeating what has already been said. This does get boring. This does get boring. We would just be here to, as you often say and I think it's very funny, fill up sausages. What does filling sausages have to do with doing something to repeat? I don't understand, but I'm using the expression you use. So, everything is okay. Anyone who thinks they don't want to see things from the past, feel free. It's like I said at the beginning of the week, nobody here owns anything. And for those who are also tired, the words I just said are worth it, I'll repeat them, nobody has any commitment to me. Nobody has any commitment to Sonata. Nobody has any commitment to this speaker. Nobody is her employee, except those who work with her, that's different. So everyone is very free to flap their wings, because changes will happen and you will see as time goes by. So, I want this to be very clear in everyone's mind, make the choice you want, stay or not. There is no problem. There is only one thing I would like to make clear. What will happen this year? I will say nothing. It could even be that nothing happens, that I and all other beings simply disappear. This can happen. And if it happened, what would you do? I leave this question. We are not crutches for anyone. So, the warning is given, school is over. What will happen from now on will happen in the moment, you will know in the moment. Oh, will we have videos repeated throughout the year? I don't know. I will say nothing. Because if you are already questioning it, then it's not pleasing you. So take it as a choice. Very good. This is a point and I want everyone to feel very comfortable, there is no commitment to me. You are seeing me as a being who does not have unconditional love and I am not like that. So whatever action is taken, nothing changes between us. Nothing. Now, the choices you will make will only reverberate within you, period. So, back to school is over and what happens in your world? You go to school, study, graduate, gain a profession and when all this ends, because one day it ends, what do? They will apply everything they learned or not, they will choose a profession that is completely different from what they learned, this is also a choice. But everyone will be ready to live what has been learned. So, this year will be the year of achievement. It will be the year of execution. It will be the year of experience. It will be the year of applying everything that has been learned. Ah, but I don't want that. I want to continue studying. I don't want to apply anything. Okay, choose another school. Go somewhere else, because here you will no longer have to study. I've already said it here and I'll repeat it as many times as necessary. I don't worry about numbers, I want to have a whole one rather than 500,000. I don't worry about numbers. So I'm not worried about who's going to leave and who's going to stay, I have more important things to look at. And I'm telling you, make your choices, follow your heart. Very good. So, as I said, this will be a year of application. Today you received a video that brings Mary's prayer, you don't have to do anything. It's not about going back to groups, no. This was placed on purpose. Say the prayer for yourself, each one say it for themselves. The video had another era, but the prayer came back, so use it for yourself. There is no group. There is no group formation. Attention, this has already been said. Very good. And how will we begin this new phase of realization? With exercises. And let's return to a great journey, a journey that brought many good things to many and will bring it again. So, starting Monday we will return to the journey of forgiveness. There are 7 laps and 7 masters. Remember? I hope so. So, we will have a good amount of review time. But not of matter, not review of subject, but review of soul. Are you effectively applying everything you learned? Or do they just keep filling themselves with papers, courses, this, that, just accumulating knowledge, but nothing good action? So, this is what we will start to see from now on, who is applying and who is not. And at the same time, making a great journey of forgiveness. Ah, but I already did it back then, I forgave everything that needed to be forgiven. And you became a 5th-dimensional being? He hasn't done anything wrong, he's always looking cute, and what are he still doing here on Earth? Why hasn't it evolved yet? Now, don't give me your inflated ego. You make mistakes with every thought. So, don't give me that I've already forgiven everything I had to forgive story. If you really think this, don't participate. All very well. It's your choice. If you think you're already clean, that you have nothing to forgive, don't do it. Now, in the meantime, look for another school so you don't get stuck, right? So as not to be left doing nothing. Or if you want, start watching the videos from the beginning, it will be interesting. So, my brothers, after the journey of forgiveness, what will come? Oh, I don't know. Everything will depend on the progress of the process. Because a lot is happening at the same time, so we need to be ready for each moment. So, we have practically 4 months of meditations, cleansing and soul improvements. And it may be that I stop everything halfway, anything is possible. If something needs to be done midway, I'll stop everything. Because I'm in charge here. Although many think that I am authoritarian when I say this is my group, this is my mission. So, I'm the one who coordinates this here. I don't go around anyone's head. So, if I see fit to stop halfway, I will stop, and that's final. Everything will depend on how the group behaves. What if I told you that suddenly, with one turn, the entire group was clean? Was I going to make the entire group do 6 more unnecessary laps? No, I wouldn't. I was going to stop and start another activity. So, everything will depend on the group, it will depend on the people who want to continue. But, this is the path we have to follow now. Now follow whoever you want. Choose whoever you want. Make yourself very comfortable. Another important point. We have already defined the state where our meeting will take place, so now you will effectively have a basis to start looking. And there is a very important point that I want to mention about this. The first meeting was a group of people, the second was a little bigger, the third was exaggeratedly big, but I wanted it that way. I asked 1,000 people, and why? Because I wanted to see exactly those who use these encounters for anything but evolution, less to grow, less to listen to. They use it to go for a walk, they use it to talk, they use it to gossip. I would stay here talking about a bunch of reasons. But, the primary reason is to participate in what is being done and receive the energy, that remained outside, it did not enter. I wanted to see how many would do this, and I did. I saw many. I would even say that I saw more than I wanted. So, the next meeting will be a little, maybe a little, smaller. Because only those who I want to go to the next meeting will go. So, don't give me that "oh, I couldn't do it." Oh, because I can't afford it. Oh, why that? Ah, why that? Because if I want you to go, you will go. If I want you not to go, you won't go. Ah, but you're being authoritarian like that, Miguel. No, I'm not being authoritarian. I am separating the wheat from the chaff, because those who I will not let go are those who go to bother, to disrupt, to make up numbers, to do anything but add to the energy of the place. So these won't. So, let's agree on something here and now. Whoever made it, made it. If you didn't get it, please don't keep asking, crying, or begging for a place because you won't get it. There will only be 600 places. Start mobilizing. So, it won't have that mega, super, hyper structure that it had in the other one, it will be simpler. And what's more, this will be the whole day. And don't think it will be a whole day of games, of laughter. And I'm not saying there won't be joy, but it's not a day for games. I would even say it will be an all-day retreat. And I'm going to want to see exactly who is ready to participate. I don't want loose energy. I don't want energies that don't participate.